Culture. I think one of the key things that an owner of a business or CEO of a business does is he sets the vision, or she sets the vision and the mission and the culture of the company. And it needs to be something more than what you wrote over a weekend and then it gets stuck in a drawer somewhere. I mean, it's a living document. It's something that's got to be part of the heart and soul of everything that your company does. And Veloci's not the first company I started. I would say it's definitely the most successful company that I've started. But in my previous firm, the culture was whoever decided to show up that day. If somebody had a bad night the night before, then you got a sleepy culture. If somebody had a fight with their spouse before they left the house, you got an angry culture. If you had, if there was nothing going on, you got a bored culture. And it's just like whatever the attitudes of the people who came in, that's what you got. And I said, you know what? Before I start Veloci, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write what I want my culture to be. And I came up with originally 12 points of culture, and then eventually expanded that to 14, and now we have 15 points of culture. And it's vital that my team knows what the culture is, because it helps us all operate on the same page. So one of the things that I do in my hiring process is I read our company's culture documents during the interview, and I say, look, this is who we are, this is how we operate, and if you continue to go through this interview process, then you are saying to me that you're willing to engage in this way with the people in our company. And if you do join Veloci, then you're going to see a sign-up sheet in the kitchen of our office, and every morning the first thing that you do when you come in is you're going to read the Veloci vision, mission, and culture. And you're going to go in the kitchen on your way to get your cup of coffee or whatever it is that you do, and you're going to check off, you're going to initial a piece of paper that says that you read the vision, mission, and culture today. And every single person, it is required and it is bonused if you do. So I'm getting you to agree that you got to do it. I'm paying you for your time to be there in the office, and then I'm paying you double because I'm giving you a bonus for reading the vision, mission, and culture every day. And my staff is back there. Raise your hand again if you're with Veloci. We got 4 or 5 people. How many of you read the vision, mission, and culture yesterday? It was a different day. It was a work from home day. It was weird, but I mean they do, and I think it brings that level of commitment. It just really raises the bar, and I think it's a vital piece of who you are as a company. The hardest part is actually writing it. Sitting down and figuring out how is it you want your company to operate, and kind of building it in. So I've got, if you'd like to see the Veloci vision, mission, and culture, I'd be happy to email it to you. I believe you can actually find it on our website. It's veloci.com/culture, I think. But if not, I'm ben@veloci.com, and I'd be happy, just email me, I'd be happy to send it over.
So I don't have any scientific data or anything quantifiable, but one of the things that I see in Drupal particularly, roughly 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 folks that I talk to, the firms are started by technologists first. And that's okay, but remember that you have to strike a balance between technology and marketing, sales, HR, accounting. There's a whole other back office type duties that you're going to be responsible for. And one of the pieces of advice I would really implore upon you is to keep sales and marketing way ahead of your production schedule. That's imperative. One of the biggest mistakes I see firms make is they are way too psychologically invested in far too few deals. They have all of their eggs in one RFP, and if that deal doesn't come in, then they're deflated, they don't know what to do, they spend way too much time on community versus being billable, they don't strike the right balance with utilization, and that's very tricky. It's a very, very fine line. So what I would do is just say, make sure that you place a big emphasis on marketing. I'm an advocate of look for a partner who fills your weakness. If you're a programmer, look for somebody who has a sales and marketing background. That's critical. And the thing you want more than anything in sales is options. Know what your sweet spot is and what you do. If it's a 10 to 15K type project is what you excel in, that's what your sales process and marketing activities should be focused on. A lot of people out of the gates especially, they have trouble really identifying what it is that they're good at. And you really have to have tunnel vision once you identify that sweet spot and know, to say the word next. One of our biggest challenges at Media Current was not learning to say no to the wrong type of client. We had an inappropriate mix of client work, and it took us time to really strike a balance. So anyway, just some food for thought about culture and marketing and some of the things we've been talking about.
So, like we said, we're going to try to get this, we started a little late, we're trying to get through this. So we went through a lot of this a minute ago, but the one thing that we didn't go through was a niche, and my good friend Ben has the niche now.
So I'm going to, if you're here for the keynote tomorrow morning, I'm going to talk specifically about niche and how to pick a niche.
Thanks, Ben. This worked much better in Atlanta, I swear. Okay, so why don't we talk about retaining clients? And we'll skip through all this other stuff. We can answer questions on this, but I would like to get to questions. So who wants to talk about retaining clients? Oh, look at that. It is his show. Really, we are in Austin, so.
It's not. So, hey, Valachi, what was 2010? Year of conversions, right? For us,
wow! Say it!
So the key for us in retaining clients was demonstrating value, and not just demonstrating value, but doing it on a continual basis. Coming back again and again and again and saying, here's how I can add to what we've already done. Here's how I can take your business to the next level. Here's how we can get you a little bit higher or turn a few more customers a month into